Yeah, yeah. But he traded black people as slaves. Now, people can say, oh, yeah, at the time people were trading slaves and boom, boom, boom. Now, I've heard so many different stories from Muslims. They say, okay, well, Muhammad said that if you get a slave, you're supposed to free him. Yeah? If people say, oh, yeah, Muhammad freed slaves. I'll be like, all right, cool. So when we're reading now, because I can go to, again, I'll give you the reference again, sunnah.com, where he's trading 2 black slaves for 1 non-black slave, there was no freeing going on, bro. Like,
bro,
there's
okay.
no freeing. Like, it's like,
Do you know what you know what? Okay, because here's the difficulty. It's like,
go on.
you're taking this brush, yeah, right? Every strand in this brush is supposed to be straight, right?
Yeah.
In order to get, when you brush the hair to get the motion, right? Yeah. The example you just gave is like picking up one of these strands and going, you know what? This one's not really straight like that, you know? So it don't really help the brush and ignoring the rest of the brush.
So, all right. So if you think, what do you think I'm ignoring?
I think you're ignoring the, I think obviously obviously my thing is this, isn't it? Yes, my man's, again, because so people can be aware of what we're talking about. Give me, where did my man read the second thing from about the, two black slaves or 1 white slave? He left the reference.
So go to sunnah.com.
Got this. We're doing this today. Sunnah.com, yeah?
Yeah, and then go to...
Can I say something before I look this up? Don't it strike you that don't it concern you that all the examples are coming from .coms and
no,
like we're not actually talking about the Quran?
Yeah, but where else are you gonna find the hadith?
No, it's if you want to find out what's going on, what Islam's about, you got to read. It's in the Quran. That's it. That's the one source.
That's fantastic, though, Vic. That's fantastic because that will make you a Quran only Muslim, then, isn't it?
Yeah, but that is the okay. Quran only Muslim, is that like a Western? Because every Muslim have to adhere to the Quran. No.
If you only follow Quran, cool. But people don't, because I'll tell you this, Vic. Yeah. How many times are Muslims supposed to pray?
5.
Is that in Quran? Yeah, go to Sahih Muslim on there. Sahih Muslim.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, go to Sahih Muslim.
Yeah, go on. Which book?
I want to go to 1602. I think it's the book of...
I need to know the exact book.
Yeah, the book of... Is it the book of Zakat? No, not the book of Zakat.
No, it can't be that. It's not going to be that. It's definitely not going to be the book of Zakat.
It's actually... The numbers are there. So as you're scrolling down, you're going to want to go between 2 numbers. So you need to find 1602.
Can't see it. Can't see it.
So so you got the book of... Is the book of prayer? I don't know if it's a book of prayer.
The only thing in the 1600s is the book on rules of inheritance.
The book of Musak.
Yeah, I see it. 22.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah. So go to 1602.
And I'm letting you get in this because obviously these are isolated incidents. Because we could also flip the thing. You could also, because obviously, here's my thing to you. Anyone that's bringing facts on religion and is based on Google or based on websites, for me...
But my point is, though...
For me, I need somebody to tell me something contradicting. If something in here contradicting, then someone could tell me something.
You're not making sense, bro. Because,
Go on, bro.
The hadith books are so vast, yeah? They had to compile them and put them on... Have you got hadith books in your house? Have you got Sahih Muslim and Sahih Bukhari in your house?
No, I ain't got that. Not in this one. I got it at my mum's.
But do you see how many books there are?
Yeah, there's loads of books.
There's loads of them, so they have to compile them and put them on the internet, right?
I mean, I heard that, but I'm saying that still wouldn't be my source. If I was giving someone dawah, like trying to give someone dawah, which is, advice or whatever, not on, becoming a Muslim, or somebody comes, I wouldn't say to them, go on the website. I wouldn't even mention the website. I wouldn't even tell them about it. I don't think I've ever looked at the website till now. Yeah, this is my first time looking at the website, but it's
but you would mention Sahih Bukhari, though, innit? And you would mention Sahih Muslim, innit?
Yeah, but I would give you the books. I would bring the actual text.
Right, so this is the same text. It's just on the internet, bro. It's like you can find the Quran on the internet, bro. You can find the Bible on the internet. Like,
I wouldn't read no religious book on the internet.
All right, but Sunnah.com is probably the most reputable source to read the hadith books. Have you got 1,602 yet?
I'm trying to find it. 1,500 and
Yeah,
trying to find. I'll get it.
Yeah, 1,602.
Because obviously, whilst I'm looking for this, yeah. Okay, go on. So
my
these
thing
are
is, my thing
go
is,
on.
if I write a book today, yeah, like,
Yeah.
right now, you can get the physical copy of my book, or you can go and read it on PDF form in, I don't know, on whatever website. People act like, oh, right, but it's on the internet. Bro, that's what people are doing nowadays. They're putting their books on the internet. Like, the books on the internet are there. You can't just say, oh, yeah, because it's off the internet, it invalidates it. The hell, that doesn't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Everyone's
Okay,
book.
I'm here.
All right, cool, read it.
I'm here.
What does it say?
It says, there came a slave and a pledge an alliance of Allah's apostle on migration. He, the Holy Prophet, did not know that he was, hold on a minute. He came across under modern impact where one of the was sent him to me and they bought him for 2 black slaves. And, you know. Okay. Then there came a master demanding him back, whereupon Allah's apostle said, sell him to me, and he bought him for 2 black slaves.
Black slaves, yeah.
And he did not afterwards take allegiance from anyone until he was asked whether or not he was a slave or a free man. But
So,
hold on a minute.
the prophet,
that's hardly, that's,
hang
bro,
on,
that's
hang
just
on.
like...
The prophet had 2 black slaves, yeah? And this guy was a slave to someone else, yeah? He was a non-black slave. So the prophet had 2 black ones. Now, the prophet says to this guy, now sell this slave to me. And the prophet bought that slave for 2 of his black ones, bro. Yeah? So I'm saying, so what's this 2 for 1 on black people now? Because, yeah, the one that's not black, is worth 2 of the black ones. That's how much.
All right. So let me ask you a question then. In your knowledge, okay, cool. I got you. I got you. In your knowledge, to your knowledge, how long has Islam been around for?
1,400 years.
1,400 years. So do you realize in 1,400 years, you've given me like 1 anomaly? We're back to the brush and the strand. So let me just ask you a question. So
doesn't matter. It's authentic.
So you're saying
it's authentic.
So you're saying, let me ask you a question. So you're saying that finding, this here, yeah, for the brothers that want to know, it's book 22 on the hadith, yeah? It's like that paragraph there, within 1,400 years,
no,
that meets up your logic, basically.
No, but I got another one where he's got more black slaves. We can go back to Sahih Bukhari, he's got more black slaves.
Let's go into it. Because remember, 1,400 years we're talking about.
That's not the only thing. He's got more black slaves, bro.
Bro, we're not disputing. I'm talking about a time where things happen a certain way, right? You get what I'm trying to say? I'm talking about a time when things happen a certain way, right? Say, for example, right now, if somebody turned water into wine, we're gonna say they're doing juju, right, or witchcraft or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. But you know, Jesus, the prophet, turned water to wine. No.
Apparently.
Apparently. Okay. Cool. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So here's what I'm saying. Okay. Cool. So my thing to you is it not just about the time? No. So your thing is. Okay. Let me get this right. So let me ask you a question then. So your thing is, people shouldn't follow Islam because there was an error in Islam that slavery happened.
I'm not telling people not to follow Islam.
What are you saying then?
I'm saying if you're black and you follow Islam, you are, according to authentic Islamic sources, you are following a white man who both owned and traded black people as slaves. That's what I'm saying. That's your choice now to follow it. But I'm saying, me, as a black man who have my own political stance, yeah, I don't believe black people should be following anything that doesn't put themselves at the head of it. So, as a black man, yeah, because what is
that? Who's the head of? But who's the head of? Who's put? Like you're saying,
Muhammad's the head of Islam, man. Come on, let's be real. Let's just be honest.
Bro, no, Allah is there. We're
fine.
We're praying to God. We're not praying to a man.
Fine. I hear you. But who brought Allah to people? It was Muhammad, innit?
Brought them to.
With the Quran, Muhammad brought God's word, yeah, to people in it. So it was this man, this white man, who both owned and traded black.
Yeah, but he's not a white man, though, brother, man. Come on,
listen. But it's not. I never said it.
You know you are. You're saying he's a white man. He wasn't.
It's authenticated, bro. It's not me. That's what I'm trying to say. People are coming to me saying, "Oh, you can't say that about the Prophet." I'm like, this is your lot's teaching. This is not my teaching. I never wrote it.
So let me ask you a question.
It's coming from Islamic scholars. It ain't coming from me.
So do you believe that, like, okay, cool, like clearly you can see with the different, you know, the Shiites, the Sunnis, the, you know, the different little fractions of Islam, yeah? Do you get why, if it's not in the Quran, there are, like, this is the one source? You can show me 25 websites. It just wouldn't matter to me. Unless you said to me, there's something in the Quran that you found that's contradictory.
But what you're doing now, is you are going against the rest of the Sunnah. Because you're saying, forget the Sunnah, it's just about Quran. That's what you're saying. You're saying, forget the Sunnah, it's just about Quran.
Let me put it another way to you. You've used the word political a couple of times, right? Would you agree with me in the fact that over the source of history, whoever is the king or whoever is the leader, because of their political aspirations, they tend to do whatever they want to do? Can we agree on that?
I would agree with you.
Cool. My second question, would you agree that when things are being viewed from a political standpoint, it's hard to just, it's kind of difficult to just keep an open mind when you're looking at it from a political standpoint? Can you agree with that?
Yeah, because you have your own stance.
You have your own stance. A political stance comes with an agenda and a perspective that, you know, that's already in you.
Right.
Do you get that matters of the heart, like i.e. belief, is exempt from all these things? Do you get that?
100%, because if you believe what you believe, yeah, no one can come to you with any stance and no one can come to you with anything. I get it. Do you get me? I can't come to you. If you believe what you believe, it doesn't matter my political stance. You're still going to believe what you believe. And I get that. But what I'm saying to you is, yeah, in this specific instance, Muslims say they follow Quran and Sunnah, not just Quran. You're talking about the Quran, and I get it. That's fine. But Muslims say Quran and Sunnah. And I'm telling you, in the Sunnah, this is what it says.
Okay, so let me ask you.
So you can go by Quran if you want. But I'm saying the Sunnah will tell you that he's a white man who owned black people and traded them as his slaves. That's what the Sunnah will say.
So let me give you another fact then, because you're talking. Okay, let me put my political lens on it. Since you know what, I'm gonna do this for you. Yeah, I'm gonna do this for you. Let's talk politics. I didn't study government. I am a student of government and politics.
Go on.
Put the glasses. Let's talk politics. Right? Cool.
Put your glasses on, bro. Go on.
Right. Can you agree that before any white person, any Arab, any type of slavery happened, any type of thing happened, black people was already doing it? To each other.
Okay, so
black on black was already doing it to each other.
No. Black people had each other in indentured servitude. If you look into history, there have always been clans that have had wars and taken prisoners of war, yeah, and had them in servitude. My point is, when it comes to slavery, chattel slavery, yeah, is different from indentured servitude. So chattel slavery is when you take away a person's name, you take away a person's clan, you take away their culture, you take away all the things that has actually made them up, and you redefine this person. Now, this person is redefined by you. Wow, that's a loud vibration you got.
I know. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So there's a difference in indentured servitude and chattel slavery. You see, if we go into the different types of slavery, if we go into Arab slavery and European slavery, those are what you call chattel slavery, meaning the people were seen as basically cattle. So if we go into the Muslim slavery, the Arab slavery, black people were castrated, yeah? They were made eunuchs. They were branded. They were seen as less than human beings. If you even got, you see, hang on, 1 second, last thing. You see that verse you just read from in sunnah.com? Read the chapter. Go back to your laptop. If it's, is it still?
Yeah, but that's still.
Yeah. So the chapter, what chapter is it under? Chapter 23. Yeah.
Yeah.
What does it say?
The permissibility of selling animals for animals,
brother.
Or the same kind of different quality. But listen to this.
This is what I'm saying. So hang on, whoa. So these people thought of themselves as selling animals. These people are animals.
No. You know what you've done? You know what you've done there? I've
I've
asked
read,
you a
I've read,
question.
I've read your sunnah. That's all I've done.
No, I've asked you a question, and you jumped out the window and knocked on the next door's neighbor and started having another conversation. That's what you've just done right
All
now.
right, all right. Tell me.
Let's stop here. We're talking about your political perspective, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about your political perspective. And you're talking about the idea of black people following a religion of a white man that used to enslave other black people for you is something that doesn't sit with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So I'm stop reading the comments. Listen to me. Don't worry about the comments. But I'm asking you a question that you know history. Did slavery start with the Arabs coming over or the Europeans coming over, or was this slavery already exist in Africa? So yes or no?
Slavery to some
Yes or no?
degree existed in Africa, yes.
Cool. So okay, we've agreed that black people are already enslaving each other, right?
Yeah, but you have to be very careful with your wording. You have
let
to
me
be because
let me land.
bro, you have to be careful with your wording. I'm not gonna get away with
You're smart. You're
blanket
smart. So you
slavery.
know where I'm going. You know where I'm going, and you're
I know
smart.
where
That's why
you're
you're talking.
go on, go on.
So my thing is this, innit? Yeah. When you're looking at, because you're a person like say you practice African spirituality, right?
Yes.
So is there any political, connotations attached to that, or is it just pure what works with you?
It's a personal thing. It's a
Okay, cool. So there we go. So check it out now. Do you look at black leaders in Africa with any type of slight, like when we look at historical black? No, just wait. I'm talking even now, right now. We're talking about right now.
right now,
Not,
yes.
not them.
Right now.
Okay, so here's the thing about it then. So in terms of a way of life, right? Why does it seem to me that you find more fault? Because here's the thing: it's easy to find, for say, the white person indulging the slavery, the Arab person, rare whatnot. But the conversation of the black people doing it to themselves. Do you know that the idea of black people being lesser and being enslaved came from the mentality of people watching how black people already treated the other black person?
Nah.
We didn't.
Nah. I don't agree. You can come back, but I don't agree, bro. I don't agree.
That's a fact. So hold on a minute. So you're telling me the Europeans and the Arabs or whatever, they just thought, you know what? There's a continent called Africa. Them people that are less than us, we're just going to go there and enslave them. Do you think that's what happened?
No, if you look at the historical context of what happened, yeah, is
Go on.
that Africa had resources that both Arabs and Europeans needed, yeah? And so for me to make this work now, okay? So remember, Africa's never been a utopia, and everyone's not been getting along and singing, hugging, singing kumbaya. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is both Arabs and Europeans saw that Africa had resources that they wanted. So what they needed to do to get those resources, yeah, was to create a system in which they could justify getting those resources. The system they created was what we know as chattel slavery. If I say, look, Vic in his house right now has gold and diamonds. Okay, cool. How are we going to get that from Vic? If we tell people and convince people that Vic is less than a human being, we can have an excuse as to take his gold and diamonds because Vic's just he's not even really human. He's like a dog. So they go like, yeah, take the dog's diamonds, human. Take the dog's
But bro, no,
diamonds and gold.
That's an assumption. That's an assumption. I'll tell you why that's an assumption.
That's historic. That's what happened.
There's a lot of people in the comments that don't get the argument I'm making. This is not about me talking about slavery. My thing is this. Your point of black people being Muslims, you're saying what's fundamentally wrong with that is because Arabs used to enslave black people, right? So that's what you're fundamentally saying.
Say that again.
You're saying for black people to be Muslims, you don't accept it fundamentally because black people were enslaved by Arabs. That's what you're saying, right?
It's not about me accepting it. That's why.
Bro, you see saying that. It's like saying somebody shouldn't. It's like saying a black person in this country shouldn't work for a specific company because their boss is a white person.
No. It's like this.
It's the same thing. Because which is why.
No, this is what it's like. I go around telling people that my sister, I'm not talking about, I'm just saying, I'll go around telling you people that my sister is the best woman in the world that you could ever know. Yeah? However, Vic's got evidence of my sister being a prostitute. Yeah? So if I'm running around telling people, my sister's not a prostitute, by the way, I love my sister, but I'm just using that as an example. I'm just saying, if I'm telling people that my sister's the best woman you ever know, she's the most pious, she's the most religious, she's the best woman you ever know, but you've got evidence to suggest that she's a prostitute, you're just saying, listen, I know Sarah will tell you that his sister's ex and this woman's ex, But I've actually got evidence to say that, boy, she's not X. And here
No,
it is. Now,
no,
then that's on you. Now, that's going to be on other people. When they see the evidence of what she's doing, yeah, you're going to be like, people are going to be like, Rob, but why are these people saying that she's this and she's that? And there's the evidence. That's all I'm saying. You got a decision to make. I'm not making a decision for you. I'm saying,
no.
according to your sunnah, he's a white man who both owned and traded black people. Now it's on you.
That's misleading information, Sarah. I'll tell you why it's misleading information. I'm saying if you're gonna hang, okay, why are black people Muslims on the slavery angle? That's just the angle I'm trying to break down to you. That if slavery was a much bigger thing, you can't attribute that to, okay, well, Arabs used to have slaves. I'm trying to, so that's what I'm counteracting. Hold on, bro. Black people were doing slaves first, bro. You see, right now in Africa, we have a system called houseboy and house girl. Right now,
I know.
yeah.
I know.
In my house right now, so basically there is a house girl. You know what she does? So you told me what that would look like to the Western world, to the Westerners.
It would look like they're
it would look like the slavery. We go to the village.
Yeah.
You know, people are poor. You get a lady from a family. She comes up to the city to live with your family. She's a house girl. Her job is to clean the house, wash the clothes, do everything in the house.
Is she paid?
And then the understanding is she's definitely paid for one. And secondly, one of her children, hear me out. One of her children is put through school, right? Or like a couple of her children are put through like proper school. And that's a system that's run for years. Don't get me wrong. I don't adhere to that system because it's like, for me, I'm a hands-on person. I don't understand about, even in my own home, I cook food. Like I'm domestic, so I don't know about someone else doing everything for me. But the point I'm making to you is, for that house girl and houseboy system, if that was put in place in the Western world, it would be called abuse, no?
Right. However,
it would be called abuse, no? So you answer me then. So you answer me this then.
Agree with you.
So if we're basing it on, slavery, the point I'm making to you is that's a much bigger conversation because that's what's happening now, black on black.
But that's why I said to you, you're not going to use the term slavery as a blanket term, because a houseboy and a house girl, yeah, that system is different to that houseboy and house girl being raped. That houseboy and that house girl being
whipped. It's not.
Wait.
Not.
Being whipped, yeah, being told, you know your name is, I don't know, your name is Fumi. Your name's not Fumi now. Your name is Derek. Yeah, that's a totally different system. You are now removing that person's humanity. A houseboy and a house girl still have humanity. European and wait.
They have humanity. But houseboy and house girl. Have you seen how some of them get treated, fam?
Listen, bro.
You think the rape and those stuff don't happen? I would believe. You think that those things don't happen?
I'm going to agree with you. Some houseboys and house girls are treated ridiculous. They're treated ridiculous. But I'm saying that is not what the system is for. The system of chattel enslavement was for the removal of the humanity of the person. The houseboy and the house girl system is not for the removal of people's humanity. Some people abuse it. Don't get me wrong. I totally agree with you. But the actual implemented system of the Arab slavery and the European slavery was for the removal of the humanity of the person.
Yeah, but bro, okay, let me just tell you why you just answered my question, bro. The system, the ideology of slavery was instilled because that's what we was already doing. So I'm not saying it was right or wrong. I'm trying to say to you, if we're gonna have a context of dialogue.
Are you going to compare the houseboy and house girl system to 400 years or 1,400 years?
No, nobody's
Is that what you're doing?
Again, you're jumping out the window and you're talking to the next door neighbor. You're talking to the next door neighbor. I'm trying to say something to you. Simple. When you're talking about Islam, your direct point was black people following Islam, according to you on the website, what said what? It's a religion. So according to the evidence you presented, it's a white person's religion. A white person that used to enslave black people, so why are black people following it? That's your logic, right? My point to you is, if you can't hang that on slavery, because I can pick apart every community with that, based on historical facts.
So now we have to go to, what was Islamic slavery like? That's what
I wasn't alive them times. I don't know.
So we can go, you can still find, a slave fort in Zanzibar, as a matter of fact. Zanzibar right now today, there's a Muslim slave fort in Zanzibar right now. And you can go to historical accounts of what Muslim slavery was like. And like I said, Muslims, when they enslaved black people, they would castrate them. They would make them eunuchs. They would brand them. they would rape the women. Bro, that's a different type of, bro, that's not houseboy and house girl things, bro. That's a totally different type
Nah,
of.
Sarah, you know what that is? You know why that's not houseboy and house girl thing? That's a human thing. That's a human thing. And I'll tell you why it's a human thing, right? It's unfair to categorize the Arabs alone because of, you know, maybe your view of Islam and say it's a human thing. Humans do good things and bad things every day, bro.
Yes,
Belief is not based on someone else's action, bro. This is the point. This is the thing what every non-believer fails to understand. This is not based on it's not based on that action or this action. Belief is something that's in the heart. It's not. So if you want to talk about humans being imperfect, there's so many different history of religious leaders abusing their position, whether it's priests, imams, or whoever, or flipping whoever, every religion.
Was Muhammad perfect?
Every race. People are not perfect. Nobody,
perfect?
no human being is perfect.
So Muhammad wasn't perfect?
Okay, see, you're doing that again. You're trying to ask me specifically.
No, because he was a human being.
No, because here's the thing about it, bro. There's the thing about it. You have to respect the fact that, for example, yeah, my belief system, yeah, I will never speak to my prophet. That just will never happen. No matter, so you see, so I'm just giving you a perspective
that's
of
your problem.
No human being, no human being is perfect though, bro. So if what's going on, who's perfect and who's not perfect, you're telling me about actions of human beings. We're not perfect, man. You're saying some human beings castrate slaves, some human beings try to take their value from them. I'm saying to you, if we're talking about the wrongdoings of human beings, we could be here all day, bro. There's so many different things in history.
No, but my point is specifically, Muhammad said that in the Quran, it says, in the Quran, it says, Muhammad, yeah, is the example, the moral example for humankind for all times. Yeah, that's what it says in the Quran. So Muhammad is your example. If you want to be the perfect human being, yeah, and you want to know what it's like to be the most morally correct human being, Muhammad is your example. That's what it says in the Quran. But yet and still, this moral human being owned black people as slaves. So I'm asking you, how, bro? If this guy is the most moral human being and he's the one you're supposed to, he's the one that also owned black people as slaves.
So let me ask you a question.
So owning black people as slaves is not even a thing then because Muhammad did it.
No. I'm not saying that to you, bro. Let's not talk. Let's get back to earth.
You don't have to.
Because we've done the politics conversation. Let's get back to earth. Listen, the point I'm making to you is this, bro. Your argument based on what you think is what you think.
You need to save this slide, you know. You need to save this slide.
Listen. So I'm saying to you this. You see, your argument based on your personal beliefs, I'm saying to you, I'm okay with it. So I'm not a person that will tell you what you can believe what you want, bro. Because here's what it is. In Islam, in religion, full stop, faith is a gift because it's believing in the unseen. So guess what? I don't expect you as a non-believer to ever understand my logic as a believer. You're never going to understand it because it's two different.
But it's not logic. Then it's not logic then, because
it's not logic. Belief. It's not.
Yeah, it is not logic, innit? It's not logic, innit? Just say it.
Bro,
it's not logic.
But listen to this now. But this is what I'm making clear to you. Okay, cool. You see your argument of, in case you go to speaker school and have this, you can't base it on slavery. The slavery angle's weak. I can take that apart. If we started, I can take that apart on every. Nah. Bro, okay. Let me ask you a question. You know what you've tried to do is, as bad as what you're trying to bring up, you've just tried to justify the houseboy and housegirl system.
No.
You said that's different from slavery. You said it's different from slavery.
I told you the houseboy and houseboy system. It's not my system. It's not a system that I would adhere to. However, when it runs,
are you not into African spirituality?
Yeah, but doesn't mean
so the chief in the village ain't got. So the chief in the village ain't got a houseboy and a housegirl.
My Baba Walla don't have no houseboy, bro. Like I don't
know.
So
special Baba don't have no. See.
What I'm saying to you is,
bro, the chief in the village has multiple wives, houseboys and housegirls, and when he walks to worship him, am I lying?
But there are instances of that, but that's not what the system is implemented
for. That's what you believe in, and it's okay. It's okay for that to happen in your belief, right?
Vic.
Go on.
The system that I follow, the system of houseboy, housegirl, which I don't condone, by the way. I don't condone it. Now, it is not implemented, like I said, to take away, people's humanity. Like I said to you, in the Quran, it will state that Muhammad is the most moral character for human beings for all times, bro.
Alhamdulillah.
So if people are looking at Muhammad's example, as the stuff that he's doing via the Sunnah, yeah, via the sunnah. They're looking at his example via the sunnah. This man is the most moral human being, and this is what he's been doing. So, like I said, so owning black people ain't nothing, bro. It's nothing because Muhammad did it.
Yeah, but this is what you're doing, yeah? For me, I was hoping you had more facts than that. You see, if your whole angle is a slavery thing, bro, that's not, you can't, say for example, because obviously, here's my thing here, bro. You see, it's about the statement, innit? It's not what you say, it's how you say it, right? So you see the statement is, you know what, bro? I can't rock with Islam because of these things I've saw in the Sunnah, of these things of da-da-da-da-da. So me personally, it's not what I rock with, right? That's a separate statement. But what you're saying is, how can black people believe in this religion when...
No, I'm saying, if you do believe in it, just know what you're following. I'm not
Look,
saying how can you believe in it.
Yeah, but again, look at that. For someone as educated as you, that's a misleading statement. That's a misleading statement to say, well, if you believe in it, then know what you're believing in.
Yeah, that's like, just like I'm telling you, this woman is the best woman. You can say, I know he's saying that, but boy, if you want to follow him, go ahead. But here's this evidence here, innit? Now it's on you.
So let me ask you a question.
Follow something.
Let me ask you a question, Sarah. Right? Say, for example, say you're my older brother, right?
Yeah.
You're my older brother. You're on the road. You're into badness. Jail, the rest of it. Feds kicking up the door, everything, yeah? Now, our parents might feel like, I don't want you to be like your older brother, right?
Right.
But being the younger brother, I might just look up to you anyway.
Right.
So are you telling me, because you was doing things that maybe not conducive, I can't take examples from you, which makes me a better person?
Yeah, because I'm not doing everything bad, am I?
Bro, so because you're not doing everything good, it means I can't take something from you and make myself a better person?
But you said to me, human being stuff. When I asked you, did Muhammad do anything bad? You're like, boy, a man can't say nothing about my prophet, you know. And I'm saying that's your problem, because if you're saying all human beings do bad and good, I will rock with you. But you're saying Muhammad did nothing bad.
No, but I've literally just said this. Listen again. Your thing is, how could you this? I'm following your argument. I'm playing advocate with your argument, right? I'm playing argument with advocate with your argument. If your argument is, how could you not follow a prophet that did A, B, and C? I'm asking you a simple question on a human level. I can't take something positive from you. If you say, for example,
of course you can. Of course you can.
So then that makes your argument void then?
No, it doesn't, because like I said, if your Muhammad, yeah, is a human being too, yeah, people are gonna take, yeah, both his good and his bad. But you don't believe there's anything bad. So
I never said I don't believe there's anything bad. So what I'm saying is, I'm not educated enough.
Vic,
I'm not.
Vic, so owning slaves is good then?
No, listen to me. You're missing the point. I'm not educated. Listen, I'm not educated. There's a thing about it. There's a difference. We're taught in Islam, yeah. Here's one thing a lot of people don't understand. You see, when non-believers, kafiruns, yeah, try to make arguments for Islam, yeah, we are taught not to make arguments that we ain't got the direct knowledge for. So because I'm not saying certain things to you, it's not because you're right. It's that I'm not going to speak on the life of the Prophet in depth because I don't have the full knowledge, or I don't feel like I have the full capacity to do that. However, what I can do...
Cop out, bro. That's actually a cop out, though. That's a cop out, bro. That is.
Bro.
It's a cop out, though.
How is that a cop out?
It's a cop out, bro. Because the thing is, I get why you have to cop out. Don't get me wrong, like,
because no, it's not. You see, I can't cop out. You know I can't cop out. Listen to me. The problem is this now. I'm a true believer, so again, you know this already. We've gone back and forth. There's nothing you can say to ever change my mind or my belief. It's nothing is ever going to change it. So guess what, though? So I'm trying to establish.
Muslims in this chat, there's Muslims in this chat saying Muhammad was perfect. Perfect, you know. That means without blemish. Not you, but they're saying he's perfect. And I'm saying, well, then slavery must be perfect then, innit? It's cool to enslave black people then, innit? It's cool.
No,
we ain't got into it yet, but we can go into...
Let's go into that.
We can go into that and people can say,
cool.
Yeah, that's perfect too.
You see, this is the thing. This is the thing. You see,
to get a bit of common sense back from
you. What I'm saying to you, Sarah. What I'm saying to you, Sarah, is this, yeah.
It's Sarah. It's Sarah, bro. It's Sarah.
Yeah, no, I'm calling you Sarah. Okay, maybe like a Sarah.
Bro, come on.
All right, Sarah. Okay, cool. Listen to this, yeah. If you look at any situation, yeah, and you're trying to identify imperfections in it, and that's just all your anger is, you're always gonna find one. The point I'm making to you is this, yeah. if you go back to, because here's the thing, what I don't think you understand.
Mm.
You think people come at you, oh, he's Islamophobic, and da.
Yeah, that's what they do.
You are Islamophobic. I tell you why, because your argument isn't, you know what? I'm Sarah Garvey. I don't really believe in Abrahamic religions. I'm into African spirituality. That's not your step. Your stance is telling people who already believe and have already made up their mind that why do you believe in that? You shouldn't believe in that because of this. That's what you're doing.
No, okay, so let's get my political stance out of the way. So my political stance, like I said, the reason why I speak the way I speak is because my political stance. All right, so you're in music, yeah. So when you walk into the offices, yeah, of the music office when it's time to do business, I believe. Oh, hang on. Sorry, the people when you walk into the offices, yeah, the people that you be doing business with or you should be doing business with should look like you. That's what I personally believe, yeah? Because no one's invested in black people like black people, yeah? The other people are not really invested in black people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my political stance is black people need to be invested in ourselves and stop looking to other people, yeah, to be invested in, because whenever, and I'm not saying to hate anyone, yeah, but given our historical relationship with the other peoples on the planet, we shouldn't even be thinking anyone else is going to do best for us. The only people that can do best for us, yeah, is us. We are the solution to our own problems, yeah? So what my point is, that should be with spiritual systems also. Being a spiritual person, yeah, the only systems we should be looking to is our one, because other people's ones...
Which is what?
Other people's ones...
What's our spiritual system?
Other people's spiritual systems, yeah, is going to put them in the power position. That's why the head of Christianity is the Catholic Church. No one can't tell me that the Catholic Church don't run Christianity and haven't done since its inception. So the popes will run it, yeah? So who's run Islam from the inception? It's been in Saudi, bro. I know other people are Muslim all around the world, but Saudi, where do people go back to go take Hajj? It's always Saudi, bro. So it's gonna have the Saudi Arabs, yeah, at the head of this thing. My thing is, if black people are gonna go into anything, we need to be the head of our own thing. Don't want that no one else wear the head.
Okay, you know what you're doing? Okay, you see what you're saying? I agree with that on a political point, yeah? On a political stance. But there's a big disparity which you're failing to make. Religious belief is not based on none of those constructs that you've just mentioned.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. I'll tell you why it isn't, bro.
It is.
It isn't. Because here's what it is, for example. Let me give you an example. You're saying we should be into our own thing, right? Let me start with the first question. What's our own thing? What would you class what you're into, African spirituality? Would you class that as that's our thing? Yes,
of course. It's African. Who else is at the head of it? No China man's at the head of it. No Japanese man's at the head of it. It's our thing.
Who's the head of African spirituality, bro?
No, it's not a conglomerate, in it. Like, there are different African spiritual systems. There are different African.
Tell me some of them. Huh? Tell me, educate me. Educate me.
You've got the IFA system. You've
got the
IFA
system.
IFA, yeah, IFA.
So what's that about? What does it mean?
You have to go into it, bro, and look into it.
Bro, you're part of it, innit? I don't know what it is.
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm just naming systems. There's so many. I'm just naming systems.
Okay, go on.
All right, so you got the Orisha system.
Yeah.
You got the Kemet system.
Yeah.
Where are you from? Congo, right?
Cameroon.
Okay, you could go to Cameroon and find an African spiritual system there, bro. Like, there's African spirit. I don't know the names of them, but you know they're there. So I'm assuming
you've lived in Africa before. I'm assuming.
I've not lived there. I've been quite a bit, but I've not lived there.
So what's the longest you've stayed in Africa?
About 2 months.
And how long ago was that?
Probably about 4 years ago.
How often do you do the 2 month stay?
Not often.
Do you see the problem?
What's the problem?
That's the problem.
Why?
Because people, you're not the first one. I have another guy on here that tells me, everyone talks about African spirituality, they're just like, you've never lived in Africa. What are you talking to me about?
Yeah, but what's your point?
My point I'm making to you is there's a lack of knowledge even within that. Bro, have you lived in a village to see how the African spirituality is conducted? Have you been there?
No, I've not lived in one, but I've definitely visited one. I've definitely visited and seen
Yo,
it.
visiting, it's like somebody visiting a prison and doing bird. It's two different things, bro.
Oh, but I get that. But I don't get why
No,
I
but,
can't.
no, but then check
You're,
it now. Check,
you're telling
check
me.
what's dangerous. Check what's dangerous. One,
Have you ever lived in Saudi Arabia?
no.
Right.
I'm
So
not. I'm not claiming about. I'm not claiming Saudi. I'm not.
no, but
Because
that's Islam. That's Islam.
okay, no, it's not. Because
Islam
let me
is
tell you
Saudi.
why. You see the town I'm born in. Yeah, I'm born in Limbe. I grew up in Kumba and in Fiango in the village. You see on my road, from a baby, there's a mosque and a church on the same road. So I grew up in a community where Islam was not something I found in the Western world. That was in my life. That was in my life from the jump.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, these just like your religion, just like your religion can go around the world and be implemented around the world. So can African spiritual systems.
No, bro,
You don't
but no.
have, you don't, like just like you don't have to live in Saudi Arabia. I don't have to live in
Yeah, but here's the
Congo.
point I'm making to you, though, bro. You're advocating for something you have very limited knowledge of, and then you're using that argument to challenge another thing that you don't really have much knowledge of either. It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
We just established today that you've still got limited knowledge in Islam, but you're a Muslim.
Yeah, but I'm not using my knowledge of Islam to counter argue someone about their belief system. I'm not. I've said.
However,
I'm not using my knowledge to argue people.
However,
You are.
Islam as a system
Bro.
says all other systems are inferior to it.
Okay,
Yeah?
so here's my thing with it.
You don't have to say it. Vic, you don't have to say it. But Islam as a system says all other systems are inferior to Islam. So you don't have to say it, Vic. I don't think my system's inferior. I don't think Islam's inferior to mine.
The point I'm making to you is you're misinformed. You're misinformed on both sides of the coin because you're talking about African spirituality based on information that was given to you by someone else, books you've read. So let me ask you a question, bro. You see right now, looking at your window, yeah?
Yeah.
How do you know the sky? What color is the sky?
It's snowing right now, bro.
So what color is the sky? What can you say?
Great. It's great, Charlie.
Who told you that it's grey? How do you know it's actually grey?
All right, hang on. The color I know as grey, that's what the sky is.
How do you know that? Who told you that was grey?
The color, because I was taught what colors were from a child.
You were taught.
Yeah.
So let me get this right now. So human beings are crazy. So everything you know is something you've been taught, right?
Yeah, mostly, yeah.
And you believe in some and not believe in some and some others, right?
Yeah.
You're the same as everyone else, bro.
Yeah, but you have to go with what makes sense.
Yeah, but I'm saying you're exactly the same as everyone. So you're challenging.
I don't understand the argument though, Vic.
I'll tell you my argument. You're challenging.
Colors now, like.
No, here's the thing I'm making to you. The point I'm making to you is everything we know is learned behavior. We're taught things from kids. What somebody tells you, right? So your thing is, Muslims, what you're reading in the Quran or what you're following, that's wrong. You lot shouldn't be following that. That's your stance.
That's not what I said, bro. Not once have I said that.
You said black people. No, let me finish. Let me land.
You can follow it. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying this is what you're following.
Let me land. I'm going to tell you what your argument is. Your thing is, how could you not be following a religion? Yeah? How can you not be following a religion that it just says that in the book? How do you not know that's true? These are the other facts. You're saying, how do we know it's true? We've been told stuff as black people. We should be on our own thing, which is African spirituality. And I'm trying to say to you, everything you know.
You don't have to.
All right, cool. I'm saying to you, everything you know is what someone else told you.
Yeah. And it's right for me.
So what makes you better than a person that believes in
bro, Garvey, you're putting words in my mouth.
You're in the corner now. No, I've got you in the corner. I'm keeping you in the corner. You're in the corner. Don't move. Don't move, blood. You're in the corner right now.
I don't think I'm better than anyone. I'm not gonna lie.
No, but
because my system, hang on. My system doesn't teach that I'm better than anyone. However, if you want to go to something, the Quran says that Muslims are better than everyone else.
Tell me where it says that.
Quran.
That's definitely not true.
Hang on. 3110. Go to it right now.
311. Was it a page number?
No. 3110. Go to it.
What's that? Is that a page number?
Hang on. The third chapter.
Get your facts together, bro. Come on.
No. Do it. Go to your Quran. Go to the third chapter and verse 110.
So you said go to the first chapter, the first surah. The third surah, you mean, yeah?
Third surah.
Yeah.
Third surah.
I'll do that right now, just to show you.
Do it right now.
Ha. So let's go.
It's not cap, Charlie. You got the cap on your head.
Charlie, it is cap. Charlie, you are making this. You're making this up, my boy. You are making this difficult.
Go there.
I'm going there. Once I get it up, listen to me. Listen to me. Once I get it up.
No. Forget it. Do it now.
No, because you know what you're doing. I'm always answering your questions, but you try to dodge. You're a good
No,
debater.
because you're telling me that I think I'm better.
I'm,
I
no,
don't
but no,
think I'm
no,
better. I don't think I'm
Sarah.
better.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. Then your initial statement is you just said that a minute ago. Black people shouldn't be following something else that another race is at the helm of it. That's what you said, right?
Yeah, I don't think they should, no. Because
Cool. So,
it puts us in a lower position, and we don't need to be in a
bro,
lower position. We've been in a
bro,
lower position for too long.
can I ask you a question? You're a black man that's chose to live in England, and you're talking about someone else at the helm.
Bro,
Someone, you're
go to
living
the
under the
Quran.
system.
Go to the
You're
Quran.
living under the
Go to the
system
Quran.
right now, and you're saying, "Oh,
Go to
black
the
people, you
Quran.
should be in Africa. You should be
Go
in
to the Quran.
Africa right now. If
I
you
am in
believe that,
Africa.
you should be in Africa right now
I
with
am in
your
Africa.
tribal wear representing.
I
But you're
am
not
in
doing that.
Africa, bro.
You're here in your car doing the Western stuff that
I
the
am.
white man created,
Yeah,
and then
but you
you're
don't
telling
know.
everybody else they shouldn't.
But you don't know what I got invested in Africa, though. So I am in Africa.
Right. Right.
Go on. Surah 3.
I'm just saying to you, like your points,
Surah
like
3.
you can't make those
110.
points. And it says Muslims are better than every other human being. That's your point.
Go.
I'm asking you. That's what it said, yeah?
Go.
Bro, I'm asking you. Is that what I'm trying to verify?
Don't verify it. Sorry, forget me. Read the Quran.
Bro, I've read my Quran. I'm trying to do it for the viewers. I don't need to do this for me. I'm saying to you, so what's your point? Your point is when I pull up the
That
Surah.
Muslims are the best community on the planet.
That's not what you said. That's not what you said first. You said they're better than other human beings. That's what you first said.
So if you're the best, who's the worst?
I think our Ummah is the best.
Okay, cool. So who's the worst?
I don't even need to read that to tell you that.
Who's the worst?
I don't mean there has to be a worst. I just think that's what works for me.
Dele, come on now. Hang on, wait.
All right, go on.
Who's the best footballer in the world?
I don't really know. I don't follow football no more like
Messi. Let's say Messi, yeah? So if Messi is the if Messi is the benchmark, yeah, then there must be a worst in it because we're
100%.
So all right, so who's the worst? If Muslims are the best, who's the worst by default?
Everyone
that's not.
Non-believers. Non-believers.
Yeah, all right, I'm a non-believer, so I'm worse than you now.
Yeah.
Come on, my bro. This is what I'm trying to say.
You're gonna burn in the fire, blood. You're gonna burn in the fire.
About you, bro. Seriously, I don't think that shit about you. Me and you can have this conversation, but I don't think that shit about you.
But here's the thing about it. You're asking questions based on what my logic is. You see, as a believer, here's the thing about me. You could say, none of my friends are non-believers. I can't chill with a non-believer because you see a non-believer, it lets me know you don't care. You could do anything to me. That's just my thinking. You could do anything to me as a non-believer. Check it out. So none of my friends.
Bro, humans can do anything. Non-believer or not.
I know this, bro, but here's what it is. My belief in God keeps me in check. So I assume that everyone else that believes in God, their belief keeps them in check. It's not the system and the government keeping me.
Has that been proven? In your life?
Yeah.
It's proven. So, all right, so in your life, fantastic. But are you saying that there are no Muslims out there that have done other Muslims dirty?
No, of course there is. There's human beings. Human beings do.
So I'm saying,
I'm speaking for me though, bro. I'm speaking for me though, bro. The Dean made me a better person. Yeah, it makes me think. It makes me think before I do stuff. Even when I light a spliff, I'm in my head like, oh fuck, I really should have been smoking.
Okay, that's cool.
And I'm sure I've lived in an ummah where a lot of the brothers feel like that. There's a consciousness because there's an awareness of God. There's a consciousness that makes you think a bit more than outside yourself.
Bro, awareness of God. My brother, listen, awareness of God don't mean nothing because Arab Muslims still enslave black people.
I would have been a shaitan mirage.
So did European Christians.
I would have been a shaitan mirage.
Bro, having an awareness of God does not make you a better person, bro. There are Catholic priests that have molested young boys. Like
I've not said.
God. It doesn't matter.
You've jumped out the window again and you talk to the next door neighbor. This is what I'm trying to say to you. You're not talking to me no more. I've not said everybody awareness of God is universally going to have the same impact on everybody. I'm saying for me, that God being in my life gave me a higher awareness. So automatically, I assume people that have God in their life, they have a bit more morals, a bit more principles. So that's just my belief.
So you're saying if me and you were chilling, you'd be more wary of me because I'm a non-believer. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Why? Why? Because I don't believe in your God. What do you think I'm gonna do? Because
here's the thing about it, like you don't believe in nothing outside of yourself. So it's just like, who am I then? Who am I?
No. We were gonna have to go into my belief system there. That's
bro.
that's no.
No, but here's the thing about it. But you're saying this stuff. It's like, bro, but here's the bottom line. I know for 1,000,000% fact, 1,000,000,000% fact, there is nothing you can teach me about African spirituality because I lived in the village.
Okay,
I
that's
know the spirituality direct. You people in the
no, you
West that
know
talk
your
about
one.
African spirituality, you're a
No, you know
tourist,
your
bro.
one. Yeah, but
You're a tourist.
you know your one.
You're a tourist to Africa. That's what I'm saying. But
You
the
don't
man
know
will
my
say African spirituality. You're a tourist to Africa.
like I said, you know your one, you don't know my one. Because like I
Bro,
said,
but here's what I'm saying to
there
you.
are various different
You can't
African
even make sense of it. It's not, you're talking about teachings that you can't make. If I
no,
said
no,
to you, teach me, give
no,
us
no,
a
no,
book we can read in African spirituality.
no,
If the book,
no.
give us one book
Because
where we can find the facts of it.
bro. African spirituality is not a uniformed religion. It's not a
Oh, it's a
uniform.
religion. It's a
No, no,
religion.
no. It's. I said. Did you hear what I said? I said it's not a uniformed religion. Meaning, the religions that you follow, yeah, or the Abrahamic religions that are followed, yeah, have a uniform way in which to pray. They have a uniform way in which to study, a uniform way in which to in which to give thanks. African spiritual systems are not like that, bro, because they're not they don't tell you, oh, you must follow this, and if you don't follow this, X is gonna happen to you. That's not what I follow. And that's nah, not me.
So enlighten us,
Not
then, my
me.
bro. What do you
Nah,
follow?
because I'm not gonna lie to you. Mine's a secret. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Oh, but you can criticize everybody else's thing, but your thing's a secret.
You put your thing out there to be criticized.
No, my thing's big enough that you can't miss it.
All right, whatever. However you choose to word it.
Do you get what I'm
It's
saying?
out there, innit? It's out there, bro.
But do you get that though? Okay, so understand this, for example. Do you know what this is like? You've just said, now
Yeah.
we've got 170 something people in there. You've said, what you believe in, it's a secret.
100%.
But you want to tell everybody else that what they believe in, they shouldn't believe in it.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, know what you're believing in.
So tell us what you believe in, and Mr. Advisor, Professor, giving us the knowledge. Tell us what you believe in.
Nope, mine's a secret, mate.
Oh, so yours is a secret now.
Yeah.
So your thing is not proper. That's why you can't speak on it.
No, not at
How
all.
can your belief system be secret? You should be proud of your belief.
No.
You should, that's my belief.
Bro, let me
You're
ask
not
you.
even proud of it. You said it's a secret.
Let me ask
Imagine
you.
me saying to a brother,
Let me
asking
ask
about the dini. I go, it's a secret. He's gonna be
Let me
like,
ask you a question.
Aki. Secret.
Yeah, but you have to be. You have. No, it's not like I don't tell anyone. It's the people that need to know will know. That's it.
That sounds like you're in a cult, lad. You sound like you're in a cult.
I know it does, but I know it. However, if you have a wife, yeah, if you have a wife, are you gonna let everyone see your wife?
Is that your argument?
I'm asking you. I'm asking
me.
you.
Oh yeah, me. My wife will be on my arm wherever I go, bro.
Right. However,
wherever I go.
Listen. For me, this is my psychology and my philosophy. The most sacred things, the things that give you the most joy, the things that bring you the most happiness, you don't share them with everyone, my bro.
Oh, swear down.
Yeah, but wait.
Okay, bro.
Don't share them with everyone.
Okay, bro, but hear what though, bro?
Because
maybe, okay, bro, hear me though. Maybe, listen, check this out. Maybe okay, so let's, what about the people watching this who, they're just looking for something to believe in? Maybe your thing's the proper thing to tell them.
You have to take time, innit? You have to take time because not everything just gets given to you, bro. You have to take time. Sorry.
Sorry, let me tell you something. You see this debates we're having, bro? Yeah. I had them.
Save this because I've literally got a roll.
I'm gonna save this. You see this debate, bro? I grew up on a landing. This was daily conversation. So I'm just the wrong person to. There are people that we sit down with books and try to. This has been done before. So you know what you've let yourself down. You see you saying what your belief system is a secret.
Yeah.
That means you're not qualified to talk about any other belief system.
How? What if I've studied it?
Bro, what do you believe in then?
It doesn't matter.
So
but it doesn't.
How can you?
Matter. I can give you the peripherals of what I believe in because I've got that on my page. Like I've got my pantheist beliefs on my page. Yeah. However,
brother,
the intricacies of what happens with me, meditation, libation, nah, man, you're not gonna know them kind of things.
Brother, you're talking to a brother with tribal marks, fam. You're not talking to an English you. You're talking to a bro. I come from the zinc and the mud houses. I'm not the guy to talk African spirituality with.
Bro, that's cool.
So that's why you can't talk. That's why you're not saying nothing to me. Tell me your belief. Let me tell you why your thing's bullshit.
if that's what you want to believe, bro.
Tell me what you believe in. Tell me African spirituality, and I'll prove to you why it's bullshit. That's why you can't talk it to me.
Nope.
I'm the guy in the listen. The you with the barefoot kick. That was me.
Bro,
I know the village, bro. We swam in the river. We set the traps.
Bro, let me just say, there's an
listen. I was named after my great granddad. My great granddad was a chief, fam. Was a chief in the village. Man can't tell me about African spirituality. You know what I'm saying to you?
No, Vic. I meant to be able to tell you about your one. Yeah.
Oh, you want to tell me about mine?
I may not be able to tell you about your one. I said I may not be able to tell you about what happened in Cameroon, right?
Brother.
But I have my own system. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I have my own.
What is this? Okay, just give us a summary of your system.
You keep asking me for things.
You're in a cult, blood. Are you sure you're not in a cult, blood? You're in a cult, blood. You're in a cult.
Give your wife on live. Nah, but you ain't seeing my wife naked. Nah, it's not happening, bro.
I'm asking about your wife, blood.
No, but I'm using a metaphor. I'm using an analogy, innit?
I'm saying to you, like, you're talking about African spirituality, or what you're talking about your belief system. Remember this, Sarah. You've made a reputation of yourself. We're going to speaker school now, telling people why their belief systems is not all the way right.
Legit.
Right? So it's not all the way legit. But can you imagine how hypocritical to tell people that their belief system is not legit, but you can't tell us what your belief system is?
No, I said it will take time. You have to get initiated, innit?
Man said you have to get initiated. Astaghfirullah. You do not see that as Mustaqim. Man's not getting initiated in nothing.
All right, cool. Well, then it's not for you, innit? That's it. It's not for you.
So, Sarah, how have you spent years talking about other people's belief system, and you can't even talk about articulate yours?
I know I don't need to articulate mine because it's not for everyone. Everyone. I'm telling you, it's not for everyone. I don't have, listen, my system isn't bossy, yeah, my system isn't imperialist, it isn't supremacist. So it doesn't need to tell you this is what you need to follow, otherwise you're effed. I don't need to, bro. Like, that's not my system. My system's personal, bro. And the ones in it are in it, and they know what they're talking about, and we know what we do, and that's that.
Yeah, but brother, but for somebody that's an advocate, you study stuff, you research things that prove it's. Hear what you do. You research stuff. You always try to bring forth information that puts Islam in a contradictory light. You do that all the time, which is it's your prerogative.
But is it factual?
Bro, so okay, here's the thing then. Here's the thing about it. You see,
is it factual?
No, it's not. The thing you bring forward is not factual. But here's the thing, though. Let me say something to you.
Come on, bro, man.
Yeah, but Sarah, a simple principle, bro. Bro, you're very educated. No, you're not bringing factual things. We've been there with the books open. You're telling me about websites. But listen to this story, yeah? You can't tell me your belief, though, but you're saying other people's belief is not pattern, though. I don't understand. You said African spirituality.
Bro, no, but it's not a blanket. But I keep telling you, it's not a blanket thing. It's like when you try to blanket slavery, bro. You can't blanket slavery. Just like you can't blanket. Educate us then. Educate us then. Bro, you keep asking me to show my wife on the screen. It's not happening, brother. It's not happening, isn't it? Like, you keep asking me.
Can I ask you a question? So what? It's like, is it a rule of your cult that you're not allowed to talk about it?
My cult now. Man, just blanketed my thing. This is what I'm trying to say. And the thing is, hang on, let me just say, hang on.
It's on the cults that have secrecy. It's on the cults that have secrecy.
Let me just say, you see that statement there, yeah? The reason why I laugh is because the only reason why you said that is because you are part of a supremacist system. Like I said before, you believe, yeah, that your thing is superior over everyone else's thing. So all my thing a cult, innit? All my thing a cult, blanket, and then that's it. That's what it is. Bro, you have to stop them types of thinking, you know? Because I don't have to stop them types of thinking.
You know I'm surprised though, bro. Because I thought you were a man that would garnish the opportunity to be able to put across what it is you believe in. Because since you tell people their thing, your thing is against all Abrahamic religions, and you can't tell us what you believe in.
My thing is on my. If you want to know what a general pantheist is, yeah, it's on my page. You can go.
You're a panther.
I'm a panther, you know. I'm a pantheist.
You're a pantheist. What's that? Sorry.
Okay, so a pantheist, yeah, is someone that looks at everything as divine. There is no separation from the divine.
Okay.
Yeah? Everything is divine. Meaning, if we go back to science, yeah, everything is energy, yeah. So everything is just energy vibrating on different frequencies. Everything is energy vibrate on different frequencies, and energy has always existed. Okay, as far as we know, if you go back to the first law and the second law of thermodynamics, you will find that energy has always existed. And we are energy too. The phone you're looking at is energy. The air that you're breathing is energy. Everything is energy. E equals MC squared. So essentially, a pantheist is someone who says, no, there is no separation from divinity. You see, in other religions, they have a supreme divine entity, and then they have the creation. Yeah. In pantheism, there is no separate divine creation. Everything is divine creation. So everything essentially is everything else. There's no separation.
So,
That's a general pantheist teaching.
how long is pantheism the denomination? How long has it been around?
No, it's not a denomination. There are many different, as I said, there are many different pantheist teachings. If you go, like, even down to sometimes, if you look at Hinduism, that can be seen as pantheism. If you look at Sikhism, sometimes that can there's parts of Sikhism that can be seen as pantheism. Pantheism is not just African spirituality. Pantheism's been since the dawn of human beings, bro. But there's just been different pantheist systems. There's not just one uniform system. It's not like, oh, I go to pantheist mosque, or I go to pantheist temple, or I go to pantheist church. It's not like that whatsoever.
So is there like a way of like ibadah, like worship? Is there like a way to, like, how do you engage? How do you connect? What do you like do? Do you like meditate and stuff?
So the way I engage is via meditation. That's the way I engage.
Okay, so is that something you have to do daily, or something you have to think?
You can do it when you want. You see, prayer, there's a difference between, for me, there's a difference between meditation and prayer. So prayer sends your energy out there, innit? Because you're asking whatever God. Meditation sends your energy in here. Do you get what I'm saying? So there's a difference in the way in which I connect with the divine source, and there's a difference in the way other people connect with the divine, because they're sending their energy out. I'm sending my energy in, trying to understand what it is inside me, knowing that I am part of the whole expanse of the divine.
So you believe there's a divine source?
I am the divine source, and so are you. Everything's a divine
I
source.
would have been there, man. That's no. I'm saying, but you do. So when you're meditating,
everything's a divine source, brother.
I'm not the divine source, by the way. Just putting that out there.
Well, okay, cool. I'm not gonna put that on you. That's fine.
I'm not. So okay. So answer me this. I did come across funny enough.
The thing is with me, yeah, I can see your spirit, yeah, and I can see. I would say, from just me, Sarah Garvey talking. This is not even a pantheist thing. I can see you got divine spirit in you.
Of course I have. But listen to this.
That's me. Go on.
But you call it divine spirit. I call it something else. The energy is different. But listen to this. I did come across pantheism years back. Why is it so heavily refuted?
In what way? What do you mean?
In like, it's not like a recognized sect, or however you want to put it. It's not a recognized.
Because pantheism is not supremacist. It's not imperialistic. It's not. It doesn't seek to tell you that if you don't follow it, that you're gonna go and burn, or that you're the bad people. It just is. Like, if you know, for instance, if you know Hindus or Sikhs don't proselytize. Like, Sikhs don't set up to try and convert you to Sikhism. You get me? Yeah. Like, they just do their thing. Like, they just do their thing, and then that's it. Because their system it's not imperialist, it's not supremacist. It's not saying, oh, if you don't follow us, then you're gonna get fucked up. It just is what it is, bro. Like, they just do their thing, and that's the same thing with me. I just do my thing. I don't have to tell you you're gonna, like, that's it.
So okay, look, my thing is this, isn't it? Yeah. If we can agree to do something, right? This is just, I'm speaking for myself and I'm speaking for everyone else, I would say. Your page, you see, like, you just spoke about pantheism and you seemed a bit, you seem passionate about it. It seems like that's what you believe in. You see on your page, bro, is there like an agenda to sort of, against Islam? Because your post, if you go through your page, is consistently just putting stuff across to try and highlight why Islam is not just an exercise. I'm asking, where does that come from? Your thing against Islam? It seems a bit personal. What's that based on?
It's not just Islam. It's
okay.
Black people are black people are very spiritual people. Yeah, very spiritual people. From my research, and what happens is our spirituality a lot of the time gets bamboozled. We get given it instead of. This is just my own personal view now. We get given it instead of practicing our own system. So both Judeo-Christianity and Islam, yeah, have been given to us to practice, yeah. And what it does, it still puts us in the social economic standing of that religion at the bottom of it. So like I said, in Islam, we can find the white prophet, yeah, having black slaves. You can find in Christianity, the Catholic Church says, yeah, go out and enslave people. And they came to Africa. My thing is, all spiritual systems that are Abrahamic, yeah, have had their hand in disrespecting and degrading black people. I'm not about that. Because like I said, if we're going to practice something, we need to do our own thing. That's like I said, when you go into the offices, when you do your music, the people that are doing the music should look just like you. You shouldn't be having to look to anyone else that doesn't have your best interests at heart when it comes to music. I don't believe you should. And I believe the same thing when it comes to spirituality. We should not be idolizing no Arab, no European, no Chinese man, no Indian man, no one. We should be idolizing ourselves. If our God concepts are not African or they're not black, in my view, you have to throw them out, bro. Throw them out.
I mean, obviously, I mean that's your opinion, and I think for me it's a bit closed-minded. You mentioned about just to.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
You mentioned about.
You gotta go in 1 minute.
No, cool. Let me just round up. You mentioned about going into meetings and if you want to see black people in those faces, bro. There is a process to get to those points. There is a process for all of those things to happen. So, and believe it or not, there's a lot of people that have the same sentiment and they're trying to put themselves in position. That's separate from religion. I just feel like, obviously, it's a good thing we've had this conversation, but it would be nice to see you post more about your pantheism as well and educate us instead of always putting posts against Islam. It seems a bit personal. I'll just be honest with you. It seems like a personal attack. That's what it is. But I want to know more about pantheism, so hopefully let's get onto it.
Bro, save this live. Please, I beg you, save this live.
I'll save it. You got it.
All right, my bro.
I'm a bro. Love, yeah. Yeah, shout out everyone locked in. You see, you got the people in the chat. When you're having a debate with someone, you got to make counter arguments. I hear some people say, this one got said this one said it. There's nothing he could say to me to change my belief. And all the actual people that, there's a few people in there that have the same sentiment. But when you're speaking, so I already know Sarah's angle. I know what he's saying against Islam is, so I'm always going to come from him from a different level. But this is an example. Match, you're in it, you're another one. This is another thing of African spirituality, but nobody wants to talk about it. You got to tell me about it. Because I'm from the village. I dare someone come tell me what African spirituality works like. Like, tell me. And here's the thing about it. People that ain't lived in Africa, you visit Africa, African spirituality, you're living in the Western world. You're living in the Western world. You get what I'm trying to say to you? But you know the vibes. Shout out everyone locked in. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. You get what I'm trying to say to you? That's just what it is. That's what we're on. Flipping, I'm sweating. Shout out everyone locked in. I'm going to save this live and everyone can come back. There's loads of questions. Hey, Bush, I'm going to get you on here next. Okay? You see the things you're saying? I know your mom's a God-fearing woman. She's not going to, you're over here moving a bit non-believish, going against me, Bush. So me and you are going to have a conversation next. I want to. But listen, shout out.
When you're at the pop, you can lose it all off one fuck up.
100.
Fuck them, I don't know them name. 100.
100.
Fuck them, I don't know them name.